I have a theory, maybe kind of. I guess it's really more of a prediction about the direction that Orange is the New Black will be taking in future seasons. Now, season 5 just premiered this month on Netflix, and you need to run away now if you don't want major spoilers. The entire 13 episodes of the season takes place over a 3-day prison riot. It ends on a big cliffhanger as to what the SWAT team will do to the inmates hiding in the pool room. And can somebody have a discussion with Netflix about cliffhangers? It's bad enough we get them when a show is taking a 3 or 4 month break, but we know Netflix won't release season 6 until June 2018. That's too long to wait for answers like this. Realistically, though, the SWAT team just killed Piscatella by shooting him in the head with a capsaicin bullet. If you don't know, those are real non-lethal weapons, but they usually aren't able to cause a fatality. But the show seemed pretty firm that Piscatella died from a capsaicin shot to the face. So now that the SWAT members have that to deal with, they are definitely going to enter the pool room with a lot more caution. Well, caution may be the wrong word. They won't be so trigger happy now. Every inmate in that room is undoubtedly going to survive. With maybe the exception of Frida, who may choose to go out guns blazing. But there's no way the SWAT team wants to drag out a bunch more dead bodies with the media hovering everywhere. Overall, Orange is the New Black is one of the most popular shows in the Netflix original series lineup. And I doubt the producers are going to let it end anytime soon. But we have the pending problem that Piper has a short sentence, 15 months, well under the 2-year mark. And the series can only stretch time out for so many years. And in season 5, they announced that Piper only has 3 months left until she's free. Plus, fun fact, the character Piper Chapman is based on the experiences of Piper Kerman, who also had a 15-month sentence, but she was released 2 months early. Meaning, if the character Piper follows the example of her real-life counterpart, Chapman is getting out of prison in another month's time. So where can the series go from there? It will be interesting to see, because I'm certain that Netflix will keep making the show for as long as people keep watching it. But there's only one of 3 routes they can really go here. First, they can keep slowing down the pacing of the series so that only a few days pass each season. But I doubt that will work out very well for long, since the average day of the inmates aren't that powerfully interesting. Second option, they can extend Piper's sentence. I actually thought for sure that's what we were going to see while the Underwear Kingpin story arc was playing out in season 3, I think. Many people have heard the concept of getting out of jail early for good behavior, but fewer know that you can actually add time onto your sentence if your behavior gets egregious enough. Likewise, if you're a convicted felon and you get put in front of a judge for subsequent crimes, you can get an additional prosecution and sentencing. So when Piper beat up Pennsatucky in season 1, if Pennsatucky had a lawyer that wanted to press charges, or if the state prison system decided to prosecute Piper, she'd probably end up with another 5 years in jail minimum. But lawyers are expensive and bureaucracy eats up a lot of time and money, so Piper got off really lucky there. Actually, the panty smuggling could have gone horribly wrong too, so Piper has really been skating on thin ice already, making an extended sentence a plausible scenario. The third option is for the series to just let Piper serve her time, leave, and then continue telling the stories of the other inmates. That's where I realistically see the series going at this stage. Season 1 was all about Piper's bewilderment and adaptation to her new environment, a twist on the classic fish out of water story. But that plotline has really run its course. Once season 2 hit, the show shifted some focus off of Piper and more onto the Red vs. V story with the race war. Season 3 had a lot of religious themes that Piper had nothing to do with. And by this stage, Chapman was really more of a secondary plot rather than the focus of the series. Then by season 4 and 5, if you hadn't been watching from the beginning, you'd have no idea that Piper Chapman was ever a main character. Piper is slowly being phased out of the spotlight of the show, and I predict Piper will downgrade to a recurring character who comes back to prison to visit Alex, and maybe to volunteer to teach classes for the inmates, like the actual show creator Piper Kerman did. But with the way she has been waning in the series, I don't think the show will end with Piper's release. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to like, subscribe, and share this video. I've also got a lot of other videos on my channel that you are fully encouraged to go check out. Plus, you can find me on Facebook at Say Halo Goodbye, which is my gamer tag, or Twitter at _Fanily.